Everyone starting a business is going to run into this problem sooner or later. How do I build trust with people when I'm just starting out? You need trust for people to actually buy your stuff. If they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you. But how do you build trust if you don't have any proof of what you're teaching others actually works? Most businesses solve this by showing off their testimonials and their client results. But if you're just starting out, you don't have those things yet. The mistake I see most business owners do is that they wait till they got a client to make content that helps them build their credibility, their authority, and position them as an expert in their field. And that's just a complete waste of time. And there's 3 ways you can build trust and credibility and expertise within your market without client results or testimonials. So, what are those? The first one is to borrow. What do I mean by borrow? Let's say you are a coach. You're coaching people to do a sub 8-hour Ironman. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but just stick with me for the example here. But you don't have a client results, you don't have testimonials yet, so you can't show that off to your market. You can't attract people using that. So what do? You can borrow authority from other people within your market. And when I say other people, it's from authority figures. Expert is easier to write. And it needs to be someone who is established within your market. So you can't just use anyone who has made a sub 8-hour Ironman. You have to use people who are already acknowledged as experts and authority figures within your market. You borrow their expertise, their authority by linking what you're training people, your methodology of training people to do a sub 8-hour, and linking it to how they are doing it. And if, of course, they need to do the same thing as you are. So if your way of your methodology of training is a specific, Zone 4 training, and you do that, 5 times a week, and an expert within the Ironman community is doing the same thing, you can borrow their authority to say, hey, I'm coaching people doing this thing, and it's actually also what some of the top athletes within Ironman is trained to do, and I'm going to teach you to do the exact same thing and get the exact same results. You can also lean on studies. Let's say there's a specific study done on people who have completed a sub 8-hour Ironman and the way they train. And it showed that the methodology you are training people in, like the Zone 4 training 5 days a week, is shown by new studies to be exceptionally well. You can lean on that and use that as credibility to your claim and attract the people within your market. Number 2 is that you use your story. What you're doing yourself. Hopefully, if you're teaching other people how to do a sub 8-hour marathon, you can do it yourself or have done it yourself at least. So you can use your own story, and it goes like this. It's 3 phases. Before, during, and after. Before could be that you weren't able to run 5 miles, and now you can complete a sub 8-hour marathon. Well, that's a very sharp contrast to where you were before. So you had your goal, you had your challenges. I could only run 5 miles, and I wanted to do and complete an Ironman sub 8 hours. That's your before. So what steps did you take to come to doing a sub 8-hour? And you explained that in the during part. You tried this way of training and it didn't work. It only caused you injuries. And you tried this one, but it made you sleep bad, and thereby your recovery was holding you back. And then you found the golden way that you're now teaching people. And the results of your during, is that you completed a sub 8-hour marathon. And that's what you're going to teach people. That's your own story. Number 3 is simply by sharing what you're doing in real time, like what you are doing right now on a day-to-day basis, what you're learning, mistakes, wins, insights, philosophy, like your way of looking at how to train the right way. So you don't need client resolve to actually build your authority and your expertise up with people within your market. You just need to either borrow, share your story, and share what you're doing on a day-to-day basis within your business. And I'm not saying that you need to share every day. You can share it once a week, like do a sum up of what did I learn this week and what did I do and what were mistakes I ran into and what insights do I have to share with you. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. I had my old business on X where I ran that model on there, but I didn't like it, so I shut down the business, and I'm now starting here on YouTube, where I'm helping business owners use YouTube to generate leads, increase their revenue, and so on. This was some of the problems I ran into when I started on here. Like, how do I share what I know with the results I've already gotten, but on a completely different platform? Like, I can't use the results I gotten from X on a one-to-one on YouTube. It's just two different platforms, and they work very differently in the way they're presented, in the way they present their content. Yeah, and I'm not waiting around till I got a client from YouTube for my new business to actually share what I'm doing and build trust with my market and the subscribers I already got. So I'm gonna share my story, I'm gonna share my winning, my losses, my insights, my philosophy, everything, and that's what I'm doing with this video here. And I'm gonna share more of these short-term videos, which is just more or less a day-to-day insight on what I'm learning and what problems I'm running into and how I solve them. So yeah,